Today on Community Cooking, we have guest chef Lisa Worth in the kitchen with us, and on the menu, we're giving you a taste of the Hawaiian Islands, starting with a Hawaiian Bruschetta, and then onto some coconut pineapple rice with macadamia nuts and honey shrimp. And to top it all off, guava cheesecake bars. We're cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. So grab a seat, sit back and relax because we have another fantastic meal coming at you in under 30 minutes. This is your Community Cooking. Welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Maria Prekeges, and today I'm excited to have Lisa Worth in the kitchen with us.
Hi, Maria.
And hello, let me say first, I'm just so excited because you are cooking Hawaiian style, and it's one of my favorites, especially the Hawaiian rolls. So tell me about the menu and what inspired you.
Oh yes, I am so excited. So this recipe actually is inspired by my in-law side. So they're Italian, and we decided.
And you're all going, huh?
Yeah, Hawaiian? How does that make sense? So I decided, since bruschetta is so big in their family, why not bring a little bit of my family in with theirs and create this wonderful dish that they quite enjoy.
And your side of the family, your parents live in Hawaii.
They do. They live on the island of Maui.
Oh, so great. So you know Hawaiian cooking, so thank goodness you're here. And
yes.
Hawaiian bruschetta, we're going to make one savory and one sweet. Tell me about the ingredients.
Okay, so we're going to be using the Hawaiian rolls, which are perfect because they're sweet and you just can't get enough of that. Never. I know I can't.
Never.
Eat too much of it. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use some of just the ham, just a normal ham. You can use any kind that you'd like. I prefer a little bit thicker, almost like a steak ham for this one. And then we're going to go ahead and use cream cheese. Mixed with some pineapple and also some honey to kind of create a even more sweet flavor that you just can't get enough of.
Now the cream cheese, pineapple, and honey, is that only used on the sweet? Or are we using that on both?
We are actually going to be using it on both. So it's
base?
kind of a great base. You can use it on so many different bruschetta recipes. I've had fun with it, and it works with so many different flavors. So these are two of my favorites that I came up with.
I love it. And then the second bruschetta, the more sweet one.
Yes. The more sweet one, we're going to go ahead and do more like a tropical feel. So we're going to have strawberries, mangoes with a little bit of heat. So we're going to bring some jalapeno and red onions in, and then bring the zest from the lime and, you know, some creaminess from the avocado.
I love it, and I like things spicy. So the jalapenos are A-okay with me.
Perfect.
And then our second dish is going to be the rice dish. So tell me about that with the shrimp.
So the rice dish is actually one of my mom's favorite dishes. So it's kind of inspired by her. It's very simple with a Hawaiian flair.
Tell me, we have rice?
We have rice, pineapple. We have macadamia nuts and sesame seeds in there, and they are toasted.
Okay.
So it gives it that nice bite. And then we also have the red onions, the sweet coconut flakes. And then we're going to marinate the shrimp up with some soy sauce, some honey, and some ginger and, why can I think, garlic.
Garlic.
Yes.
Ginger and garlic.
Ginger and garlic.
They go well together. And like you said, it's a great dish to kind of set aside. We get so busy in the kitchen, and especially in Hawaii or here in Southern California, it gets warm.
It
does. And you want to mingle, so you want to have this stuff done.
You want to relax. I mean, that's what going to the islands are. It's about like enjoying your time and not like stressing over the kitchen. So all these meals are just super simple, easy, and anyone can do them, and they're great.
That's why we love having you here. All right, let's get started on the bruschetta.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is, I already cut these in half, so I'll have you take a couple, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to actually butter them, and then I'm going to place them on here. So I'm just going to heat this up.
Great, cutest butter dish ever.
Thank you.
So just butter them.
It was a nice wedding gift.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And then I'll start taking these from you and have you butter some up.
I'll just butter them up.
Okay.
So this is great too, because a lot of bruschetta, I love, if you've never tasted a Hawaiian sweet roll, what are you doing? Go out and get some, because they're delicious.
Yes.
And you don't have to put them in the oven and watch them. It's easier, I think, on a griddle pan like this.
I'm going to go ahead and take some of these ham real quick. I'm just going to grab it, cut it in half.
I like the thicker ham for different recipes as well.
Yes. It just gives
steak.
you a little bit more, more meat, more flavor.
I'm going to butter a few, because if we don't use them, they're good just like this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you.
All right.
So
I'm going to go ahead and take a peek.
Are you, for things like this, are you unsalted butter or salted butter? I know for baking, everyone uses unsalted.
Yes, actually this is salted butter.
Okay.
So, I mean, it depends. If you don't want to use salt, you don't have to. I like it.
I do
Because it's
too.
so sweet, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of the salt, you know,
Yeah,
as well.
in it as well.
Yeah.
So the ham you just want to get warm.
Yes, and then, you know, I'll put a couple more of these on
I
if
know,
I can
like
fit
I said,
them.
I buttered a lot of them.
Yes, you did.
I'm
So
ready, I'm hungry. It's the Hawaiian Islands, it's tropical.
make some moves. Well, while this is heating up here, we could get started on this one as well, so they can come together.
We'll save this one for
Okay.
later.
We
We'll
can
save
put
this one for me in a moment.
Okay, so here what we're going to do is we're going to just mix these two up. We're going to add the pineapple to the cream cheese and then also the honey.
Honey.
Yeah, so
I mean, how
quite
can
a
you
bit
go
of honey.
wrong? I could just eat that.
I know.
You can't go wrong with it.
It's so good. You know, I'm going to go ahead and use our butter knife on this one. That
Yeah.
honey never wants to come all the way out,
No.
but a little bit of
It's like in the
extra
container.
honey.
You sit and you wait and you
let you
squeeze.
mix
All
that
right.
one up.
I will fold these all together.
And go ahead and
Oh, even the ham's smelling good. And not only heating up the ham, you're giving it a little, some scoring marks.
yes, yes.
Did you cook a lot growing up?
You know what, I did. I was always in the kitchen with my mom. My mom loves to cook. And she actually, as weird as it is, she owned an Italian ice cream store. So I was always in the kitchen with her. She always did deli sandwiches. And so it was a very Italian, which we are not Italian. But
The in-laws are.
the in-laws are,
that
I don't
happen?
know. It's so random.
I love it. So you cooked with her a lot.
I did. She taught me a lot of things. She always was good at bringing all the leftovers together and creating just that amazing dish where you have no idea how she came up with it, but it works.
I tell you, I had a roommate years ago, and I learned from her. She'd just look in the fridge, and I said, we have nothing to eat. She would take it all, and we'd have dinner or breakfast.
And then it's, yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, so
Oh,
we're
look
going to
at that.
start taking some of these. Now, if you like them a little bit darker, a little bit crispier, you can leave them on a little bit
Okay.
longer.
Oh, those smell so good. All right.
Yeah.
I tried
okay.
to fold those together.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get this going.
Oh, it smells so good. All right,
show you.
I can't wait. I have to take a little bite of this just from normal. It is
Okay.
so good.
So we're
right.
going to go ahead and we'll get 2 ham ones going.
And that's the base.
This is the base.
Or both.
In our family, the kids come up and they just eat this like this.
Oh yeah, I
because
was gonna say I was gonna
it's like
sneak
a
one, but I won't.
creamy donut type thing. So here's another option if you're a
Oh,
vegetarian.
You don't necessarily need to have. Yeah, the veggie version is
Yes.
very nice as well.
All right, so I'm gonna grab one of these and we'll go ahead and
Just that and the ham.
And then the
Super
ham.
simple, and they're
Place the
so
ham
cute.
on. I know they're really cute. And then I like to top it with a little bit of arugula.
Awesome.
You know, just like pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, very
very
simple, very
pretty.
pretty. You can also, if you want, make them into like little sandwiches, but I like the little bruschetta look,
No,
you know?
I like the bruschetta look as well. All right, we'll take the ham off. You can place everything, the extras on mine, and I'll try to build a few
Okay.
while we go on to the next one. But
Yes.
I'll try
can
to
you
build a
smell
few
that?
in, you know,
And not eat it,
hold
right?
off and not eating it.
Okay.
And
So there we go. We got some more crispy ones
Oh,
going.
I love it. I just like holding it because it smells so good. All right, so these are going to be for our next one,
Yes, I'm gonna turn this down.
which is, I'm going
Okay.
to save that for
So
our
we'll
next
save this one. So on this next one, we're gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna have, or you know what? I'll cut the avocado.
Okay.
We're gonna use.
Look, my cutting board's full. I can't cut.
But if you want, you can place
Okay.
all this in the mixing bowl.
So strawberries, and they're diced fairly fine. I mean, it is a bruschetta, so you don't want huge chunks. So.
No, you want to be able to, you know, get some of that flavor out and
Okay, how many
chunks.
onions and jalapenos?
like it depends on what you want. I use
Okay.
the whole thing.
Okay, I was going to.
I use the whole thing when I do
Yeah,
it.
Perfect. I'm
It's
going with the pro here.
it's just up to you. If you want it a little bit more mild, you can always go more mild. And it leaves such a pretty color.
Well, it's so colorful, I was just going to say. Oh, yum. How much fun would this be to have a party? Bring the Hawaiian Islands here
It would be so
California.
exciting, right? I'm surprised. They need more of that.
They do.
Not enough. Okay, so I'm going to do about half an avocado.
Okay.
And just
And if you notice, she took it out and sliced it and scooped it out. That's the easiest way to do an avocado.
yes. And then we are just going to do a little bit of lime.
I love citrus in the citrus.
Oh, yes.
Is awesome.
It's when it all comes together, and then with the honey and the cream cheese and the pineapple.
Well, and I think it's nice to give guests or even your family that you're cooking for a little choice. You do savory and sweet.
Yes, have a kind of like a dessert almost too. I feel like you could use this as a dessert if you wanted.
Oh, yum. I'm going to make a few more just in case we need them over here.
Yes, so you can kind of see a little bit of everything.
Oh, the colors are great. And the cream cheese and the honey mixture here holds it on really well.
It does.
Which is nice. Little arugula.
This is just such a fun, easy dish. And you could also, you know, if you have a party and want to have more of, I guess, an interaction feel where they get to make their own bruschetta, you could leave these bowls out and they can pick their toppings and have fun. And
Great idea. Great idea. And then if it's me, I just put this whole thing
yeah,
with cream cheese and honey and whatever.
Then we're going to have to cut you off.
On top. All right, you get one more and I get one more.
Okay.
There we go. We'll even it up.
Perfect. I'm so excited. This is just one of my favorite things. Aren't they cute?
I love them, love them, love them.
They're so colorful and bright. They just just makes me think of Hawaii.
And with the arugula, because I love arugula, it's so spicy.
It does. It has a nice bite to it. And when they're all together and you get the bite.
I love it. All right.
Okay.
We're going to move right on to the shrimp and rice dish. Now, tell me what kind of rice you use.
Okay, I use like a long grain rice typically is what I like. And I like to have it pre-cooked before. Just makes it...
Again, super easy.
Yes, it's already done. You're just moving on to the next step, which you get out of the way. And you can do this the night before too, which makes it nice. You don't have to, you know, be stressing out in the kitchen. Yeah. It's kind of like we're just going to heat everything up and get it ready.
So then the rice, remind us of the rice and shrimp ingredients.
So with the shrimp, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a marinade. And technically you could have this sit for a couple hours in the fridge to soak up. You don't have to. We're not going to do that today, but that's also another option. And we're going to take the honey and also the ginger and garlic.
And you have ginger and garlic
I have it
mixed together,
so,
and it's minced and it smells good. I love ginger. Well, and garlic as well, because I am
can't be both. And then all the honey. So a lot of sweet flavors in both these dishes, which makes it nice.
So look, honey for a marinade.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes.
And ginger and garlic, it's good to mix it up together beforehand.
And then we have the soy as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just...
Yeah. Can you say Hawaiian?
Yes.
Yum.
You can kind of see. Smells so good too.
It does.
It's like a sweet, salty flavor. The same kind of concept, you know, with all this. And these all go great together.
And you're using medium-sized shrimp, not the huge,
no, not the
big
jumbo
ones,
shrimp.
And the tails are off, just so you know.
Okay, in this pan, we're going to go ahead and where this one is cooling down a little bit.
Okay.
We'll place the pineapple in here.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to heat this up.
Heat up the pineapple with
We
a little
are.
bit of juice.
A little bit of juice. Then we're going to use the red onions. And then also the coconut.
And so it's sweetened coconut, because
It
there
is.
is unsweetened as well.
There is unsweetened.
Out there. We like it sweet. It's Hawaiian cooking, of course. All right,
And-
I'm going to get all the ingredients in front of you again. So
And if you want, I'll get the shrimp going if you
Okay.
want to chop up some cilantro.
I would love to.
And that'll kind of be the, you know, the little green toppings that you place in. And I'll go ahead and start these shrimps up. In just a
So,
second.
and again, we'd leave it marinating for a little while to really get the shrimp, the marinade into the shrimp.
Yes.
But for time constraints, we're going to put it on now. So coconut,
Get it ready.
pineapple.
And I feel like the shrimp are there's so many unique shrimp dishes on the islands, and you get used to trying so many different kinds, so it's always fun coming up with something new, you know, where you've never had before that.
I just love that it was inspired by your in-laws, your mother-in-law who's Italian, and your parents live in Hawaii.
I know, what are the
And
odds?
you mix the two together.
Makes it kind of fun and adding some variation to our family.
And you know, it's always good to please the mother-in-law. I hear she's fabulous, which is great.
Yes, she's amazing. And they're actually in the same boat. They used to own an Italian restaurant, so she's quite the cook.
Is that any pressure when you're cooking for her?
A lot of pressure.
Be honest.
A lot of
okay.
pressure.
I'm sure she doesn't put it on you, but yeah, just yourself.
And I always like to be the, she's taught me a lot how to prep and kind of make meals easier, especially when you're on the go. my husband and I are always so busy, we don't have time to do anything. So it's kind of nice to have a home-cooked meal ready to go.
And make it quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And being able to prep it like a few nights before.
Well, yeah, you could marinate that. You could do the rice the night before. You could even marinate the shrimp the night before, or if not, when you first get home from work.
And then all you have to do is come home and go ahead and cook it, and it doesn't take as long as.
Which is so nice. So the shrimp are on the griddle pan.
Yes.
They look so pretty.
We'll see, this is starting to finally heat up. Just gives it such pretty colors.
Oh. I mean, look at it's taking every ounce of energy I have not to eat all of these.
I know, and I can smell it. It smells so good.
I know, I'm like.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the rice.
Okay.
Which is quite a bit. So I did 4 cups of rice.
Yeah, but that's normal, Tuesday in our household.
And this is great for leftovers too. It doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, so the rice isn't going to get super sticky, which is,
because it's long grain. And I mean, I've also heard that for any type of fried rice, older rice is okay. So you can make rice, have it for dinner, take the leftovers the next day or 2 days later.
And I feel like leftovers get neglected. There's so many options with them.
I am with you on that. They totally get neglected. But yeah, this would be a great way to incorporate all that, and then some fresh shrimp.
Yes, it's such a simple, light dish, but
it's so simple.
It's amazing. So I also have onion powder and garlic seasoning that I'm going to go ahead and add and kind of give it just a little bit of different type of flavor.
Well, the powders are nice because, especially in rice, not that I don't mind big chunks of garlic, but I like the powders because it really evens out the flavor.
Yes.
Throughout the dish.
Give it that nice.
Oh, it's yum.
Right.
Look at those shrimp.
A great way too, if you want to prepare it so it looks more islandy, is you can get, because people love that, and I feel like that's what when you have people over and you're like, oh, I made recipes from the island, you want to like impress them.
Oh, of course.
And so I found a fun way to do it is to take a pineapple, cut it in half, clean out the inside, and then go ahead and use it as your boat. Like your little bowl.
I love it. And then you could have pineapple, maybe with our dessert. Have a little fruit even at the end, which I can't wait for. It's going to be so delicious. Well, while we finish the shrimp and put everything together, don't go away. We're going to come back with guava cheesecake bars. Why wouldn't we? It's the Hawaiian Islands.
Be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
To be at peace with myself is the most prominent thing, and I am at peace with myself. I didn't deal this deck, I'm just playing the game. That's all. That's it. Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise. And making sure they get the nutrition that I need, and it's a balanced meal. My name is Maurice McGriff. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Welcome back to Community Cooking. If you're just joining us, our guest chef Lisa Worth is here, taking all of us on an excursion to the Hawaiian Islands.
Yes.
We've already made a fabulous bruschetta, 2 types, sweet and savory, and some rice with pineapple, a little bit of jalapenos, sweet coconut, shrimp, grilled shrimp. It has it all.
It does.
But, we have those 2 dishes. I'm thinking dessert.
Dessert's the best part.
I think the French have it right. Dessert first.
Yes.
But there aren't a lot of ingredients, but I know it's going to be great.
So this is just a super simple, easy dish.
Cheesecake.
So, cheesecake. It does take a little bit of time, though, obviously with the baking and the prep work. So not too bad, but we'll start first. We'll go ahead and do the crust first. I popped this egg in here so he would not crack.
Oh, that's so. So we have, for the crust, brown sugar.
Brown sugar, and then graham crackers crushed up. Now you can use vanilla wafers. You can use Oreos. You can use anything that you want that's going to give you that crummy feel.
Yeah.
Oreos, I know.
I didn't know. And the best way, tell me, because
You know what I do is I put it in a plastic bag and I just chow, have fun. Give it to your kids. Let them beat it up.
Beat up the plastic bag of graham crackers.
Just take it. They'll love it. So all I have in here is the graham crackers and the brown sugar, which we can go ahead and mix up.
All right.
And then I'm going to slowly start pouring in the butter. I know. Oh.
I like to make a mess when I cook. And it's dark brown sugar.
It is dark brown sugar.
Wait, I'm going out the side here. That's all right.
That's okay.
I get very messy,
Some-
but that's okay. I usually, all right, I'm going in.
You're going for it. I was
I'm
going to
just
say, I
using
feel
my
like
hands.
you might have to go for it.
I'm going in, folks. Watch
Okay,
out.
now you're going to get
Okay.
even more messy.
I'm okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. Since you're going for it, I'm going to go for it.
Perfect.
Give it all to you.
Well, and this is the easy part. And the crusts are so good. This is my mother in me. My mother.
This is the best part. Kids love this, by the
Oh.
way. So if you want to keep your kids busy and let them have fun making a mess, this is it. Which I think you're bringing
Or
out.
an adult kid.
Yeah, I was like, your inner child is coming
yeah,
out right now.
I
so.
love it. I love it. And it's fun. Ooh.
And so you can see how it how it starts getting a little bit thicker texture
Yes.
and more like crummy looking. That is exactly what you want. So if for some reason you didn't think you added enough butter, or if you have too much graham cracker, play with it. You'll get the right texture.
I could be here all day.
Like Play-Doh.
Okay, then
Okay,
watch
so-
this. There
We'll
we
take
go.
This, and since you are all done up,
I'm dirty. We will. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna add the few little graham crackers left. I don't like to waste.
also if you want a thicker crust, go ahead and use a little bit more. Just
Okay.
depends on how thick of a crust you want. This one I did a little bit thinner crust.
Okay, and since my hands are still dirty, I'm patting it down. And you did grease the bottom of this.
I did. I went ahead and sprayed the pan.
With a little.
This is looking quite lovely, huh?
Isn't it lovely? She's gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna finish it off.
So this will
Really?
start smoothing out.
How to do it?
I know, right? That's the best part of it.
How to do it?
So you just
yummy.
want to go ahead and get it as even as you can throughout that pan, just so you don't really have any holes, because this is the base to hold that
Yeah.
cheesecake together. All right. So once we go ahead and do that, we'll do the next step.
Okay.
I'll take it over
Now that
here.
I made the
Your messy
entire
station
mess.
can stay there.
I will stand right here.
And so then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some sugar.
Now, would you bake the crust?
I would bake the crust,
Or
actually.
would you bake the whole thing together?
You know what? I would bake the crust first for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
On about 350 to 400, preheat it, let it go in, and let it kind of get a little bit more done, because that does take a little bit longer to firm up.
Okay.
So the cheesecake doesn't take as long, and so you want them to balance out and meet each other in the middle. So.
All right, and lucky for us,
Oh, ta-da!
this is what it looks like afterwards.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, it's definitely firm.
Yes,
So you want
and
10,
so
15 minutes.
that is what you want it to look like, and you want to have it cool before you put this cream cheese mixture on. So cool that down, don't pull it right out and then pop this on. Give it a little bit of time
Cream
to
cheese
cool.
will go boom.
Yeah, it won't handle it well. So then we have some vanilla.
Okay.
Okay.
Half teaspoon of vanilla.
Yes.
And then an egg.
And then
you know,
one egg.
cheesecake is super simple. I don't think
So
people
simple.
realize that.
No, and it's so delicious. This recipe is one of my favorites. I love cheesecake, and so anytime I can come up with a reason to make it and make something fun, I'm all for it.
And then the cheesecake room temperature.
Yes. Okay.
it's
So
nice and
hopefully
soft.
this doesn't go crazy.
Oh,
Oh!
Oppa, that's what we say.
Okay, so I'm
I'll do
assuming
this.
that we just had a major. So
I
me
got
and you are
our
kids in the
snacks.
kitchen.
For later.
Okay, I don't know if okay.
Here, we'll cover
Okay.
it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't think this is gonna
love
work.
it. What is a spoon or
So
fork for
normally this
starters?
works, and maybe we should have crushed this up prior. This is a
okay.
first for me, but I guess you live and learn,
You know
right?
what? If it's not fun and messy, you're not having fun.
I guess I just had to catch up to your messiness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You did. So you had to catch up.
This is hilarious.
I love it. Okay, now that we've mashed it up with a fork, we're going to go old school. Not
Yes.
that I don't love your mixer, and I'm going to use my muscles and
Yes.
really whisk it together.
This little guy, he's a little powerful.
You know, so much fun. But you could use a hand beater.
Yes, you can. You can use a hand beater or food processor.
I love it.
Oh, it's working good too. You
working.
just gotta work
Those
it.
muscles from the gym. I
Okay,
tell
while
ya.
you're doing that, I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead and get the guava paste going. Okay, so all it is guava paste, and we're just gonna heat it up. And then once you heat it up, it's gonna turn to a liquid form, and then you're just gonna go ahead and top it over the cheesecake.
Over the cheesecake. Now, guava
Yeah.
paste. Can I find that anywhere?
You know what? You can find that. You can buy it online. You can
Okay.
also find it at the local grocery stores. You can find it in the jelly aisle. Is
Oh.
where you're gonna find it.
I'm going to take a spoon
Okay.
and put it all in. The pre-cooked and cooled crust.
Yes.
Don't forget, it's cooled.
And then you're just gonna smooth that out on that when you're done.
Yeah. We'll get it. Usually you have a spatula, but I like to lick the bowl.
I traded you.
I like to lick the bowl. Okay.
And you want to go ahead and once you smooth it out, you want to bake it for about 30 minutes.
Okay. So you smooth it out.
And sometimes I like to do double the cream cheese amount with the sugar and then a little bit more, just so you have a little bit thicker, type bars. The thicker ones are more my favorite, but these ones are perfect because a lot of people, they don't want to take a big bite, when you have all the people over.
We do big bites.
Yeah, so it's just a preference, or maybe if you're not a huge cheesecake fan, this will be a great way to start, and you'll realize how much.
All right, well,
You're a cheesecake fan.
Oh, I couldn't resist. Don't worry, that's not going back.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you, there's 2 ways to do this. We can go ahead and drizzle this right now. Now, I like to just do just little lines, so each piece has a little bit of guava on it.
And could you use different types of paste or jellies almost?
You could. You can use anything you want. It's just whatever your preference is. Whenever I have guava, it reminds me of being in Maui. It's one of my favorite things that take me back, And I love going back.
Okay, and then the second way to do it.
So this is the one way.
Cooked. This goes in the oven.
So this is pre-cooked. So then
already cooked cheesecake.
What you would do is you just top it. Now, if it starts getting a little bit more firm, go ahead and place it back on the burner and just heat it back up because it does get a little bit more firm, which gives it that jelly texture.
Do you have your preference? Do you like to do it this way or add it
You know
after?
what? I love them both. I could eat both
the spoon.
all day.
How can you not?
They are amazing. So this is them, and I kind of like having them drizzle all over the sides.
Yeah, with the
more
drizzle,
guava, the better.
I love it. All right, we are finishing off all of this. We're going to be right back for my favorite tasting, and we might have to do it French-style dessert first. Don't go anywhere.
Yum.
Welcome back to Community Cooking. We got the cheesecake looking great. We got ourselves cleaned up as well as the set. And I'm so excited to try everything. Like I said,
All right.
I'm going to go dessert first. Okay, with that guava.
Right. It's the guava that just makes it.
It just adds. So yummy. All right, fork down from the bruschetta. Aloha.
Aloha is right.
That is so yummy. All right, I'm moving on to the shrimp.
Okay.
I'm just getting it all. I need a little rice. I tasted the macadamia nuts separate that you toasted with the sesame seeds. I would like to say aloha to everyone and mahalo to you for coming in.
Thank you.
Ooh, I got a little chili flakes.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo, those are good. All right, Hawaiian tropical fabulous meal.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And on behalf of the entire crew, myself and Lisa, thank you for joining us. And remember, make these at home. That's an order because it's awesome. And I will say aloha and mahalo. And remember that we have some of the best chefs right here in our own community. It is fantastic. We'll see you next time on Community Cooking. Take care.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes seen on this show, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations. That's 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200, in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number displayed on the screen. And don't forget you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. That's located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov and check us out online at youtube.com/TorranceCitiCABLE and like us on Facebook at Community Cooking TV.